In this video, I'm going to take you on a journey through Morocco's highlights. We'll start in Marrakech, the gateway to Morocco for most travelers. Our itinerary will take you to the High Atlas Mountains for some hiking, the Sahara for treks in the dunes, and to Fez, the country's first imperial city. We'll go to the blue city of Chefchaouen, see the largest mosque in North Africa in Casablanca, and finish in the fortified town of Essaouira on the Atlantic coast. We'll see many points of interest along the way. I did this itinerary in 5 weeks, but if you're in a rush, you can do it anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. I'll also be giving you some tips on surviving Morocco, because it isn't the easiest destination. If you're in Marrakech for the first time, my tip is to hire a guide to show you around the city, especially when touring the souk, i.e. the market in the Medina. Besides helping you get orientated, a guide will keep the touts and the hustlers away. If there's one thing I learned in Marrakech, it's that the harassment never ends. I also recommend getting a SIM card if you're any amount of time in Morocco so that you can access Google Maps while walking around. It'll really help you out. Three must-see sites in Marrakech are the El Bahia Palace, the Sadian Tombs, and the Ben Youssef Madrasa, which was closed when I was there. Don't miss these sites. Avoid at all costs the tanneries in Marrakech. They're not worth it, and you'll get harassed for money non-stop. 2 hours south of Marrakech are the Atlas Mountains. The gateway town here is Imlil, but I prefer to stay in the small town of Aroum up the mountain. It was my base for 3 days of hiking. There's some incredible beauty and fabulous views here. I cover hiking in the area in detail on the blog. You'll find details in the description of this video. The next destination was Ait Benhaddou. Getting there from Imlil means retracing your steps to Marrakech and getting transport from there. I recommend getting a private driver for this route. It's not cheap, but it's worth it because you can get off the main highway and take the scenic route. It also allows you to stop at the fabulous Glaoui Palace in Telouet. It was one of the most beautiful palaces I've seen. I had the place all to myself, and that alone was worth doing the trip with a private driver. The route going through Telouet leading to Ait Benhaddou gets very little traffic and is geographically stunning with various palaces along the way. It makes for a great road trip. Ait Benhaddou is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was a fortified village and trading center between Marrakech and the Sudan between the 8th and 16th centuries. The clay buildings, which you might recognize from the Game of Thrones, are stunning. Ait Benhaddou is very, very impressive and is a required destination if coming to Morocco. I left Ait Benhaddou for Merzouga. Again, you can take the bus, but having a driver or renting a car is really worth it. There are some great stops on this route, including Ouarzazate, Kasbah Amridil, the Valley of the Roses, and Todra Gorge. Again, the landscapes are incredible. Merzouga has the highest dunes in Morocco, and I spent 3 days here hiking, riding a camel, and doing ATV. Prior to this, I had never been in a desert, so I was just knocked over by the beauty and tranquility, especially on my day alone hiking through the dunes. It's one of the most amazing experiences I've had, so I totally recommend it. It's something you have to do once in your life, and if you're coming to Morocco, go to Merzouga. From Merzouga, I took a 7-hour bus ride to Fez. Fez is the oldest city and was the first imperial city in Morocco. It is a UNESCO site because of its old city and fortifications. I liked Fez a lot more than Marrakech. It's more attractive, more walkable, and friendlier than Marrakech. I would still recommend that you hire a guide on your first day, just to help you from getting lost. I did that, and then I explored the next 2 days using Google Maps, and I was fine. There's lots to see in Fez, which I detail on the blog, but my highlights are the Borj Noor Fortress, Bab Boub Chalou, the gate that you see in these images, the El Glaoui Palace, and the Tannery. I warned you not to see the Tannery in Marrakech, but the one in Fez is definitely worth a visit. Chefchaouen is everyone's favorite town in Morocco. It's called the Blue City. It's a beautiful, relaxed town about 4 hours from Fez by bus. Go to the Spanish Mosque for views and visit the Kasbah, the fortress in town. Otherwise, just walk around and enjoy the colorful streets. So Casablanca, is it worth a visit? I don't think so. It's known for the largest mosque in Africa. Really, I wasn't that impressed. It was finished in 1993. It's a modern mosque. It's a little bit cold, sterile. I don't like modern religious buildings. I was passing through Casablanca on my way to Essaouira, but otherwise I think you could skip Casablanca. My final stop on this trip was Essaouira. Another UNESCO site. It has a long history dating back to the 5th century BC. You'll see forts, ramparts, and walls surrounding this pretty town. It's primarily a beach town though, a relaxing place to finish your journey in Morocco.